And we're back at the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach women's round of 16, and Tatiana Weston Webb out to a quick start with 35 minutes on the clock, looking sharp on her backhand attack as she races around that starting section, and she's hoping for it to stand up on the inside. Some waves have still been standing up really well for that powerful section, and others have been slowly just drifting off. And it looks like she's found one with a good finishing spot to it. Waiting for those scores to come in from the judge. Rabbit Bartholomew, former world champion. And it's going to be so exciting to call action like this with you today, Rabbit.
It sure is, Shannon. Good morning. And it's barely morning. It's still, I think, 10 minutes to go before it's lunchtime. But Tatiana gets away to an early start. A small wave, but she would have been keenly watching those first two heats and realising there wasn't a lot on offer and getting off to an early start. She does like to do this, and her backhand so strong yesterday at Winky Pop.
Either wanting to stay right next to someone for that pressure or trying to get away from them. As we see Tati taking a look at this one, she opened up with a 5.33. Nice opening turn, connects through with a second, and she's looking comfortable on that backhand attack. She's going to stick with this as it comes through to the inside, through that soft section, but she's going to keep that momentum moving forward, try and find that flow, and connect on a similar finish to her opening ride, Rabbit.
Yeah, I would say it's a stronger ride than her opening wave, and I think that one of the reasons why she may have kept busy on that was that she got a pretty decent score on that opener, a 5.33 and a very, a small to medium wave. That was a slightly bigger wave. It offered her some more scoring opportunity along the way. She finished it a bit stronger.
That's so true. As we take another look at this one, break it down, your thoughts that it may go higher in the scoreline?
I feel it does. I just feel she looked a little crisper here. She's hitting the lip. She comes around this section here. The timing's really good. That's a tricky thing on the back end, the collapsing Bell's bowl. And, you're kind of nearly always looking over your shoulder. And she just finishes with a little flourish there at the end.
At Winky Pop, they both made it through as the top two surfers in their heat. Tatiana walked away with an 8.17 as her high score. Bronte had a 7.5, so they both found some great rhythm and some solid backup scores. As we see Bronte now eyeing up the section, going really powerful, quick snap on her backhand, squaring up and hitting the lip for the second. A big wrap to keep herself in that power pocket. And setting it up now for the inside. A little bit sleepy as it starts to stand up now for a nice finish for Macaulay. And she got that first score coming through the board, Rabbit.
She did some good work through the bowl. Bronte did really well here. She had to really paddle onto this wave, and she did well to get around that first section. And she lines up beautifully here. This is her patented backhand snap under the lip, and she just sort of goes over the top of that lip. But she handled it pretty well because that thing tried to sort of buck her off, and the finish there wasn't so crisp, but she kind of needed to get it in. It'll be interesting to see where they go with this because it's a bigger wave, Shannon.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that as far as wave height versus something that maybe is more critical that hugs the rocks?
Well, it's going to be, the sections that are giving you some steep sections. The bigger waves do, steepen up on the bowl, and that one certainly did. Her front foot completely came off the board there, so she had to manage that pretty well. I mean, perhaps she didn't hit it exactly with the timing, and that is the trick on the backhand as well.
We'll see how she manages it. Takes that steep drop, really bumpy in the whitewash. Connects with the lip for that first turn. Now racing around the section, it just kind of feathers down in front of her, and she's not going to find any scoring potential out of it.
Very difficult to negotiate herself around this one.
As we take another look at it here, really challenging to just keep her balance. Bronte Macaulay, there we go, up and riding on her backhand. Beautiful bottom to top turn combination for the West Australian. Coming in for that second snap in the pocket, and a big wrap to add in the variety. And now pumping down the line, looking for a clean finish, and she may have even more on offer as she comes into the closeout section on the beach. And the crowd is so happy to see some good surfing and some solid bells.
Well, Bronte definitely was the winner of that particular exchange, no doubt about it. Bronte, this is second turn here, is an absolute cracker. Jams it off the tip, and she gets another section, looking over her shoulder on her back end, much cleaner. Good work on the outside bowl there, and this wave's carrying a fair bit of body through. That's a soft turn there. You think it's done? No, she actually gets around this section, and she gets one of those swooping backhand finishes that she's known for, and she's quite stoked with that. She just about claimed it.
What a powerful attack.
Oh, an overhead wave. This turn here, just super clean, good timing. And see how she just jams it down the face, and she looks over her shoulder again. She sees another section, steep, and brilliant timing once again.
And it's an 8.33 for Bronte Macaulay. Wave selection, absolutely perfect. Precise surfing, matching the tempo of that wave so well.
Yeah, she was, you know, this is an amazing situation because in actual fact, great finish there. Bronte, this is one of those classic Bell situations where she jumped off the ski, she paddled across, there was a bigger set.
So primed to see her surfing so well at home, finding waves that she knew like that, as we see the Australian now up and riding. It's the battle of the goofy foots in this heat. Bronte Macaulay already out in front now, looking to increase on her backup of a 4.77. Finding a few great turns to connect together. And now she's going to hug to the inside of that one, decides to let it go as it goes soft on the inside section.
You know, the prime wave of the set, but Shannon, I thought she did pretty well on this wave. Her timing was great. This second turn is really well done, and this third turn, this is the money turn here. Yeah, just sort of under the lip, nothing like that last wave.
Stood up so well for her to get her into that excellent range. We had a couple of excellent scores come through on the women's side of the draw already. Tatiana Weston Webb found one at Winky Pop yesterday, and she'll be looking for that feeling again, but just mistimes the finish of that section.
Yeah, well, Tatiana on that wave was going to go absolutely nuts. She was just going to just reel off backhand slams on the bowl section. It was only a medium-sized wave, but she is capable of getting, like, I would think Tatiana would be happy to get.
This is an important wave for Tatiana Weston Webb, caught during the break, as we see a couple of solid turns to kick things off. She continues to wrap through to this inside section. And Rabbit, she was chasing a high 8. She's just narrowly chipped away at it with this wave. Bronte Macaulay had this wave as well. She drove off the bottom hard into the lip and then ducked out of it.
Yeah. It was the outside that didn't offer enough scoring opportunities. She did great work on the shore break. And it just goes to show there's not a lot of scoring potential on that shorey.
Bronte with another strong paddle, steeper section, as she digs into it and has a great pocket to connect with. Critical section for that second turn as well. And man, she is flowing out there today, Rabbit.
Well, that was the turn of the heat so far. I mean, that was a short, sharp ride. This first turn, she sets it up nicely. Look at it, she's over her shoulder. That was pretty good timing there. This second turn, though, look at the confidence. And she jams it down the face, and I mean, she just sent some buckets flying on that one. That first turn's great too. This combo, it's a 1-2 combo. Now, this is all on the outside section, and she got a 7.33. She's having the heat of her life.
Incredible surfing from Bronte. Now putting Tatiana Weston Webb in a combination situation of a 15.66. And the replacement for Caroline Marks, Goofy Foot replacing Goofy Foot, making it look so fun.
That second turn, that was the best turn of this heat.
Tatiana Weston Webb now having a look behind, a later takeoff up into a difficult lip as well, and she'll have to just pencil dive to get out of that one. So momentum still sitting with Macaulay, and Tatiana Weston Webb had a look at this one to try and work her way back in.
Yeah, and this is the difficulty of Bells on your back. Bells has done a number on her. It's a gnarly break for that, and here's a great wave. She's comboed, but she'll just go to town on this one.
Yeah, she's really going to unleash. Nice wrap to kick things off. Going a little more vertical and really just engaging that tail on the second turn, into the lip on the third. She'll come through to the inside, have a chat with her coach, Ross Williams. She comes into the sand. But then for Bronte Macaulay, that was, as you said earlier, the heat of a lifetime. An 8.33 and a 7.33 locks Bronte into the quarterfinals for her first time here at Bells Beach.